Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going over the next month in my themed Letterboxd 4 series, and in today's video we are previewing March, which is Women's History Month. Now if you're new to this series, this video is going to be in a playlist with all of the other episodes, but basically all this is just every single month I pick a different theme, a different category, and I take a look at what my Letterboxd 4 of that specific category would be. So we've done all sorts of things. We've done sports movies, we've done Black History Month, we've done Christmas movies, we've done anime. Like we've done, at this point, we've done, what would it be, 14 months, 13 months, so there's a whole lot of different categories that are in there. What we do is in the preview video, this setup video, I just give you what my current Letterboxd 4 is, plus I talk about 3 films that are on the bubble, 3 films I haven't seen in a while that maybe with a rewatch they kind of find their way into the Letterboxd 4, and then 3 films in the category that I haven't seen before. Now it's important that we go over the rules and the exclusions. So the rules for this is I'm doing it kind of the same way that I did Black History Month last year, where it has to be a female director and a female lead. So I didn't want to do, some movies where maybe it has a female director, but it's still a man's story or something. I wanted it to kind of just be completely just celebrating women in film, and so that was the only rule. Is just it has to be a female director and female lead of the film. Now for the exclusions, there's no exclusions other than anything that falls outside of those rules, except for in this series, this is another thing if you're new to the series, that if a film has ever been used in a previous month, a previous Letterboxd 4, it's ineligible going forward, because at the end of the year I want there to be 48 different films, and so at the end of this year, 96 different films that I talk about in this series as my favorite films. So there's a handful of exclusions that these films have been used in a previous Letterboxd 4 and are therefore excluded from this one. Love and Basketball, Booksmart, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Desert Hearts, Little Women, Lady Bird, Hamnet, and Past Lives. Without further ado, let's take a look at that current Letterboxd 4. After Sun, Anatomy of a Fall, The Edge of 17, The Substance. And honestly, when I was putting this together after all of those exclusions and kind of narrowing it down to like these are my remaining favorite films that fit the category, I was kind of looking at it and being like, this is quite a selection, quite a range here, because we've got The Substance, which is, like a body horror. You got The Edge of 17, which is like a coming-of-age, feel-good comedy drama, Anatomy of a Fall is like a courtroom drama, and then After Sun, which is just a very, I guess drama is the heavy theme here, but it's just a very heavy, dramatic film. I was hesitant on After Sun because technically Paul Mescal is listed as like the lead, but from what I remember of the film, I think I've only seen it twice now, but from what I remember, it is... Oh, I should have looked at her name. I think it's Frankie Corio is the little girl. From what I remember, she's the main character. Obviously, it's written. Charlotte Wells is the writer-director. I think if it's not 100% like her life story, I think it's based on her life story. So she's the main character in the film to me. And then the other 3, obviously, no real gray area. They're women in the lead of all of those films. So again, kind of an interesting, kind of little bit of a collection here of films across multiple different genres. Now the 3 contenders, Barbie, Coda, Women Talking. Now Barbie's kind of fascinating being in here because it's just the remaining Greta Gerwig film, because I've already excluded both Little Women and Lady Bird because they were in my coming of age video last year. So Barbie's just kind of the remaining Greta Gerwig film that I definitely like less. It's a tier below those other 2 for me, but I still thoroughly enjoyed Barbie. The 3 or 4 times I've probably seen it now, I do enjoy it. Coda is interesting because it's a Best Picture winner, so like I think that should be like a universal thing that we can all agree it's a great film if it's a Best Picture winner. It is one of the most controversial Best Picture winners. A lot of people do not like Coda, or they don't like it. Maybe they liked it fine enough until it won Best Picture and then they turned on the film. So it's really interesting, but for me, Coda is a film that makes me emotional, makes me cry every single time I watch it. Women Talking is another Oscar film, a Best Picture nominee from a few years ago at this point that I haven't seen in a couple years, so I'm really kind of excited to give that a rewatch. But that's another one where that year in particular, it was a lot of people were considering it like their least favorite of the Best Picture nominees, and there was a lot of kind of, oh, it's boring, or it's this, a lot of critiques or whatever, but it's a film that I found super emotional, and I was very moved by the story of Sarah Paulson, not Sarah Paulson, Sarah Pauli is the writer. I believe she wrote, but she's definitely the director of the. Yeah, she definitely wrote it because she won an Oscar. So she's the writer director of the film, and the way that she tells the story, bringing all of these characters in, and kind of, it's almost, I mean, it's not really a courtroom, but it's essentially like a courtroom drama, but where it's, we've got this situation, here's all the facts, it's all laid out beautifully, here's everyone that has these different opinions and these different feelings toward the situation and their stance on what they should do. And the way it's just written, it was so beautiful to me that I was absolutely moved and loved this film. And so I'm really excited because, again, it's been a couple years, but I just remember a lot of people not really liking it. And then 3 films I haven't seen: Happening, Mamma Mia, We Need to Talk About Kevin. Now, I'm putting Happening in here solely based on, I do not know anything about this film. Like, I know absolutely nothing. But I was just looking up on Letterboxd a list of films directed by women, and this film popped up, and it's a film that I've seen multiple times on Letterboxd, seen like the poster, because it stars Luana Bajrami, who is in Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and she kind of has a little more of a, she's, I guess in theory, the 3rd biggest role of the film, but the film is obviously so focused on our main 2 characters. But she's great in Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and then she was just in, or is in the live action short film that's nominated this year, Two People Exchanging Saliva. And so I've just been like a fan of her, and so I saw this and I was like, ooh, that's a great excuse to watch that film and just kind of going into her career a little bit more, because she is a great actress and I really enjoy watching her. I don't think she's the lead in this, but she is in it, so I've seen it a couple times. Mamma Mia is one that I feel like maybe when I was younger, like it might have been on in the background, or like I've seen clips or I've seen bits. Like, it feels like it's one of those that's like, I should have seen it, but for the life of me, I kind of like, I know what the plot is, I know the general idea of the story, but I do not think I've seen it. So really excited to just kind of use that as a blind spot to kind of, to correct that. And then the third one here is interesting. We need to talk about Kevin. The only thing I know about this is one of my buddies loves this film. It's one of his favorite, like, he really likes it. I don't know exactly if it fits the category because I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But it is Lynn Ramsey, and she just did. Why am I drawing a blank on the name of that movie with Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence? Die My Love. She just did Die My Love this last year, and when I watched that, I remember watching that being like, I need to go back and watch some Lynn Ramsey films. And so this, kind of caught my eye. And technically, when I look at it, Tilda Swinton is the lead, or at least top billed on Letterboxd. And so I guess technically I'm like, based on the rules I set, it feels like it fits the category, but we'll see when I watch it. I'll kind of examine it a little bit and see if it actually like truly kind of fits the spirit of, because again, I just don't know. So if this doesn't, like, if you're watching this and you can tell that this isn't going to fit the theme of celebrating women's cinema, go ahead and let me know that down below in the comments. But for now, we're going to leave it in there, and I'm just going to watch it and kind of judge and see if it is something that fits the category. And as always, these 10 films I named, these are the 10 I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to watch this month, but the plan is always to watch as many as I can, so we have a full collection of films to talk about in the results video that'll come out kind of at the, around the beginning of the next month. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now, you may notice, if you're kind of a regular, if you've watched multiple episodes in the series, that I still haven't done the results video for February, which was romance films. That's just 100% because I'm really caught up right now in all of the Oscar films, watching everything and putting out all those videos, and so it's one of those that it might be another week or two, hopefully not two, another week or so before I get to the results of the romance films. And so I thought about still doing that one first and then getting to this one after, but then I'm like, that might be pushing it into like almost the end of the month, and so I just want to get this one out now, also with today being International Women's Day. I felt like it was great to get this uploaded now. Obviously, Women's History Month is the month of March, so that's the reason that we're doing this, so really excited to get into this. And let me know down below in the comments, don't think I've said this yet, but again, like I said, those 10 films, it's just what I'm guaranteeing I'm going to watch, but I watch as many as I can, so put your suggestions down below in the comments of what you think I should watch this month, and if you leave a suggestion, I'll make sure to check it out. But again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to like the video and then subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future episodes in this series or any of the other series that I have going on my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.